Rappers with the worst record deals. With more and more rappers blowing up every day due to increased exposure through social media, it seems harder than ever to make it big as an independent artist. Rappers like Macklemore, Chance the Rapper, and Mac Miller all seem like exceptions to the rule, rather than a testament to independent management. Because of this, most aspiring artists are eager to ink deals with famous record labels, often before they truly know the exact terms of their contract, and resultantly sign bad deals that do more harm than good to their career. The disadvantages of a bad deal can come in many shapes and forms: restrictions on dropping music, unfair revenue splits, or even being forced to pivot their style to something deemed more marketable. Often, these deals are difficult and in some cases outright impossible to break free from, leaving the artist stuck in limbo while the record label benefits. It's a tale as old as the music industry itself. A bright-eyed star with massive potential fails to reach their peak because of label interference. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now, here are the 8 rappers with the worst record deals. Number 8. Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion has had a great 2019 and 2020. She is catapulted into the public eye when her single, Big Ol' Freak, became a sleeper hit after entering the Billboard Hot 100 at number 99. Since then, she's launched herself into the forefront of debate on the best current female rapper, scoring major features on tracks like Chance the Rapper's Handsome. However, despite her success, accumulating over 1 billion streams, Megan claims that her label, 1501 Entertainment, has signed her to a deal that is, in her words, unconscionable. She then went on to claim that out of the roughly $7 million in revenue that she's generated in music, she's only been paid $15,000. She continued on to say that her situation was far beyond a simple mismanagement, and that she has faced threat of physical harm from the head executives at her label. In 2020, a court ordered a restraining order against 1501 Entertainment in favor of Megan, barring the label from stopping the release of her music. Additionally, Megan has brought in management from Roc Nation to assist with her career moving forward. The label, founded by Jay-Z, is notorious for helping rappers out of tricky deals via their management services, and has provided assistance to another rapper on this list too. Number 7. Tyga. From the late 90s all the way to the early 2010s, Cash Money was known as the label to be a part of. The label was home to some of the most prolific and successful stars in the rap game: Hot Boys, Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj. However, as time would progress, it would become apparent that Birdman, aka Baby, was cutting all of his artists' bad deals, even the big names. So for Tyga, a successful rapper but not quite a household name, the struggle was even worse. Tyga claims he signed a deal to produce 2 projects for the label in 2019. These 2 projects, Careless World and Hotel California, performed well on the charts, but allegedly, Tyga never saw his fair share of the profits. Maybe that's why his cars have gotten repoed so many times. In 2016, Tyga claims that he was promised by the label to be paid for all of the royalties he had missed to date, but the payment never arrived. Birdman, always prepared for a fight, actually went on record to state that the claims were total nonsense, and that Tyga actually owed the label money. Interestingly enough, the lawsuit that Tyga had threatened was later dropped, and has been rarely discussed since. Who do you think was telling the truth? Number 6. Lil Uzi Vert. Lil Uzi Vert is known within the rap community for having a high volume output and work ethic, with fans able to get their hands on literally dozens of unreleased tracks over the past few years. However, after dropping his album Love Is Rage 2, which contained his smash hit EXO Tour Life, the artist stopped releasing music and went silent. Initially, fans speculated that Uzi was retiring from rap, and the rapper even played into the speculation. However, with leaks of music popping up left and right on the internet, fans wondered why Uzi would be recording so much but releasing so little. The answer finally came in 2019 when Uzi went on record to accuse DJ Drama's label, Generation Now, of preventing him from releasing music, which led to Uzi wishing he could just, quote, give up and be normal. It wasn't until March of 2019, when Uzi turned to Roc Nation for his management needs, that there was any progress made. Shortly after bringing the Roc Nation team on board, Uzi announced that his album Eternal Atake was done. The album dropped to much acclaim 1 year later. Now, only time will tell if Roc Nation's management will keep Generation Now's antics at bay and allow Uzi to drop whatever he pleases. Number 5. Designer. When Designer first entered the scene with his hit Panda, all signs pointed to the rapper taking the crown as the king of the new trap wave. Initially appearing as a verse on Kanye West's Part 2 on The Life of Pablo, Designer found himself signed to Good Music in 2016. Kanye's co-sign catapulted Designer's Panda track into the limelight, and for a brief second, Designer was nearly a household name. However, things did not stay perfect for long. He released 2 projects, New English in 2016 and LOD in 2018. Both projects performed relatively poorly in contrast to Panda, and Designer didn't hesitate to voice his concerns about the label's lack of promotion for the project. By 2019, Designer was thoroughly fed up with the label, and engaged in a Twitter and Instagram rant where he revealed that he was being prevented from shooting a music video, called Kanye West crazy, and said he felt as if no one in the label was doing anything for him. As allegations of neglect to Designer's career began to arise, many speculated that the rapper was only signed to the label in the first place so that Kanye could get the rights to the use of the Panda verse on his album. What do you think? Is this just poor management or something more sinister? Number 4. Mase. Sean Diddy Combs is known in both the rap game and business world for being a shrewd businessman who capitalizes on any opportunity he can build to personal fortune. And while Diddy wasn't taken seriously as an entrepreneur until the early 2000s, it seems that his business practices may have gone further back than that. According to Mase, Diddy bought the Masters, which is the version of musical recordings that come with the rights to publish, distribute, and profit off the music, in the mid-90s for a mere $20,000. When Mase later approached him hoping to buy back the Masters for $2 million, 100 times more than the original cost, Diddy refused unless Mase could beat the offers of bigwig label executives. To this day, Mase does not own the Masters to his own music, and has little course of action against Diddy, because the original transaction was a legitimate purchase. This did not stop Mase from blasting Diddy on social media in 2020, after Diddy made his speech blasting label executives for stealing rap and R&B from black artists. Mase went on to insist that Diddy was no better than the executives he was chastising, holding artists in a cage for his own profit. Number 3. Lil Yachty. How bad exactly is Lil Yachty's record deal? Well, we're not exactly sure, but neither is the rapper himself. When Yachty appeared on Joe Budden's popular podcast Everyday Struggle in 2017, he quickly revealed that he wasn't intimately familiar with the ins and outs of his contract. When Budden asked him if he had agreed to a 360 deal, a type of deal that allows the record label a portion of revenue for every aspect of the artist's career, Lil Yachty wasn't even sure what that type of deal was, let alone if he was committed to one. Budden, an outspoken critic of mumble rap, and in particular Yachty's bubblegum pop version of it, made sure to tell Yachty what a bad deal he got.
What do you want me to say? You want me to say?
I want you to be aware of your business. I want you to know whether you're in a 360 or not.
He also went on to tell the rapper that, quote, he wasn't a star. Skepticism surrounding Lil Boat's deal is not completely unwarranted, however. The rapper was only 19 years old when he signed a joint venture record deal with Quality Music Control, Capitol Records, and Motown Records. The joint venture means that profits from Yachty's music is split between the 3 labels as well as the rapper himself, greatly decreasing his share versus a rapper that is independent or signed to just one label. Despite this, Yachty seemed pretty unbothered, as reports quickly surfaced that he had earned a combined $13 million in 2017. Number 2. Lil Wayne. Perhaps the most successful rapper to struggle with a label deal, Wayne's long-standing beef with Cash Money Records may also be the most publicized label beef in all of rap. Wayne was signed to Cash Money Records when he was a shockingly young 14 years old. For 4 years, Wayne talked publicly about Birdman, the label head, as if he was a father to him, and would never dare to speak negatively about Baby or the label. However, nothing lasts forever. The first glimpse into Wayne's struggle was in 2014, when Wayne announced on Twitter that the Carter 5 was not being released because of Cash Money Records, and not his own desires. Despite multiple announcements from various partners that the dispute had been settled, and the album was releasing soon, nothing came to fruition. This caused Wayne to file a lawsuit in 2015 for a whopping $51 million. This lawsuit would rage on until 2018, during which time Birdman, aka Baby, and I can't stress this enough, allegedly put out a hit on Wayne that led to a tour bus shooting in 2016. Don't come after me, Birdman. Finally, in June of 2018, Wayne publicly announced that the lawsuit had been resolved with a settlement, and he was no longer signed to the label. The album would be released a few months later in September of 2018, freeing Wayne from a nearly 5-year struggle with his label. Number 1. Blueface. If you thought that Lil Wayne's three-way joint venture split was bad, you're going to think that Blueface's deal was a whole lot worse. After blowing up off of his single Thotiana, which invaded clubs, bars, and social media feeds everywhere for the better part of a year, Blueface found himself approached by several high-profile labels wanting to sign him. The rapper, only 21 at the time of signing, chose to sign to Cash Money West. For a rapper that has cited Lil Wayne as an influence numerous times, this seems like a win, right? Well, not exactly. Cash Money West is actually a division of Cash Money. Cash Money itself is distributed under Republic, which falls under the umbrella of Universal Music Group. If this sounds confusing, that's because it is. But the simple version is that Blueface is on the bottom of a 5-step ladder, and 4 labels are above him. This not only means that 4 different labels have the opportunity to interfere with his music, it also means that they'll be splitting his money into 5 sections. And the chance that Blueface is taking the largest portion is very unlikely. Even worse, when the rapper asked about his label situation last year, he couldn't even name all the labels he was signed to, meaning he probably doesn't have a very good idea of where his money is disappearing to. So after seeing this video, would you still sign to a record deal? Do you feel bad for any of these rappers? Let me know in the comments section, and before you leave, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel.